everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina. If you're new, I'm so glad you're here. I would love it if you would subscribe. So today I'm going to be showing you a few different sides that you could bring for Thanksgiving. Perhaps for those living in the United States, it seems a little early to be doing this video, but here in Canada, it is Thanksgiving this weekend. So that is why I thought I would share these with you today. So the first thing I want to show you is this vegetable casserole. I know in the United States that green bean casserole is very common. It's not so common here in Canada, but this is kind of a variation of that. It's along the same lines, but made with a bunch of different vegetables and no like cream of soups or anything like that. So it's much more made from scratch. So you can start by boiling all of your vegetables. And then you're going to make a sauce for it. You're going to saute your onions in a large amount of butter. And then you're going to whisk in your flour to start thickening your sauce. You're going to let that cook for just a few minutes, and then you'll start adding in the milk. For seasoning, I added a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm going to be adding onion soup mix. That adds great flavor, and then you don't have to really worry about what else to season with. Just add in some milk and give it a stir so that can thicken. I've added in more milk, and now I am stirring in my onion soup mix. I'm also adding in a large scoop of cream cheese just to make it extra creamy. I then add a good sized dollop of sour cream. Give that a stir. I've just turned the heat off because you don't need to cook the sour cream. Now you're just going to add this mixture to your vegetables. Once your veggies are all coated, you can pour it into a baking dish and top with cheese. So now it's in the baking dish, and I'm just going to top it with some white cheddar cheese. So you're going to bake for about 25 minutes and then add on some of these onions and then just put back in for just a few minutes. And there you have the perfect, delicious, cheesy vegetable casserole. This next dish I want to show you is actually a salad, but rather than bringing a traditional, say, Caesar salad, this is a kale salad, very similar to the one that you can buy at Costco, but homemade, so people will be impressed that you can make it from scratch, and it's not just a, bag that you threw together from the grocery store. So just start by washing and prepping your fresh kale, and then either chop or tear into pieces. I like to pull the leaves off of the stems, and that way you don't have to do much chopping, and it's pretty bite-sized. You're then going to chop up some broccoli stems. It's a great way to use up the stem and still have the top of the broccoli left for other meals. You're then going to add in dried cranberries, so craisins, as well as chopped walnuts. And next we're just going to make the dressing for it. For this dressing, we're going to mix together some mayo, some milk, a bit of vinegar, some honey, and some salt and pepper. I will include the exact measurements below, but just give that a stir and then you're going to pour it over your salad. And there you have another perfect side to bring to Thanksgiving. This third one I want to show you is kind of a variation of a mashed potato dish. You can make it a few different ways. I'm going to show you one that has bacon, cheese, kale, and that kind of thing in it. You could also make it more like a loaded baked potato kind of style, and do chives instead of kale, that kind of thing. So you're just going to cut up your potatoes and boil them like you would mashed potatoes. If they are new potatoes and in pretty good shape, I like to leave the skins on. I think it adds some extra texture and it's better for you. Potatoes are ready. Drain them, add some butter, and mush them up. To make them extra creamy, I of course add some milk, as well as you can add sour cream or cream cheese, and that makes it very rich and delicious. So obviously if you don't have bacon already cooked, you're going to need to cook bacon. I like to have leftovers in the house so that I don't have to. So I'm just going to chop that up and throw it in. And I have my kale just soaking here. I am just going to clean it and take the leaves off of the stems and put that into the potatoes. So I've got my bacon chopped up and thrown in. And here you have the kale, and now I'm just going to add the cheese. You can choose to grate your cheese. I like to use pieces or hunks of cheese. That way you get sort of a cheesy bite while you're eating. And then I just stir that all up. And there you go, a unique potato dish that is a delicious side. This last dish I'm going to show you is a roasted veggie dish. Ideally you want to make it with some colorful vegetables. You don't want to just use, say, like carrot, potato, and onion. So I'm using still vegetables from my garden. So I've got rainbow carrots, I've got some colorful beans, some squash. I'm going to add onion to it and a bunch of other stuff. And I think that this will make for a really pretty dish as well as super nutritious. So here it is, all the veggies cut up. I've got onion, I've got carrots, beans, eggplant, beets, squash, all sorts of colorful vegetables. Obviously you could add broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, zucchini, and so many other things. This is what happens when your toddler watches you cut up vegetables and he needs a turn. He's got a dull butter knife and a bean that wasn't good enough to put into our veggies. And there's peanut butter on the knife because he had peanut butter earlier. You could season this however you want. I've done salt, pepper, and olive oil. And I don't have any Parmesan cheese in the house, but normally that's also what I would add to this. So I was leaving the cheese out because I was going to use that in the potatoes that I'm making. Yeah, you found the cheese. So I think I'll be using a new block of cheese. And there you have the roasted veggies. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!